Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to My Kids Have Been Fiddling with My Microphone. No, it's Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And the German campaign, the community design campaign. I have updated the community file, by the way. It's now on version 3. You can find a link in the description if you want to trawl through the design files that are submitted. Now, this design, I don't think is a player design, but it's very close to a player design. I'm going to talk about it as we load it. I think the AI uses the design files as a seed. If you don't know how AI generation works, and believe me, I am no expert, so I will defer to actual experts. But the way the AI designer in Ultimate Admiral works is basically tries placing components and parts at random and within certain parameters until it gets a design that passes a test, right? But the way these random generators work is they use basically a seed to grow their solution. I think that's kind of how you think about it. But they will use something to do it, and random seeds and things like that, something people are familiar with from, you know, world generation in Minecraft, for instance, uses this terminology and things like that. And I think that is partly what the AI is doing. Now, I don't actually know if, for sure, if Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts is capable of that, but it feels like that's what's going on, because this design is very similar to a design in the design files, but it is not a design in the design files. And it's such a unique design that I'm thinking that that is maybe what has happened. And there have been some other ships as well that have borne similarity to designs that have been submitted, but are not the actual design. They have a different class name. So, very interesting. And if you are finding Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts is too easy, and the AI designs are not a challenge for you, try downloading the Community Design Pack and giving it a go and seeing if you get better designs because of it. Even if it's not picking the player designs, it does feel to me like the AI has brought much more interesting and viable designs. Oh, getting a couple of upwork hits. Stormbreaker peppering away. See, again though, look, 50. This should not be as high as 50%. It's fine when it was like 10 or 12%. It's fine at this range, in this era. 50's crazy, but okay. I'm not going to complain too much because it's me. Who is ringing me when I'm trying to record? Excuse me. Okay. Was of course my kids' school telling me that their lunch choice is not being recorded by the computer because they use possibly the most unreliable booking system on the planet. And it broke when I was trying to do the choices. Right, okay. The Stahlkrieger is dealing with the transports. The Don't Touch Me is... I'm not quite sure what she's up to. She's having trouble hitting very much. Yeah, that big old offset not helping her. Plus we'll have stacked a little bit of damaged instability on her. But I seriously doubt we're going to be able to sink her. This is far more a distraction job, while the transports get sunk. And then we will break off. She's not even firing. It's a bit weird. Why isn't she returning fire? Who are her guns aimed at? Oh, she's aiming for the cruiser over here. Who's out of range? Yeah, out of range. It's a bit of a mistake on their part. Poor captaincy there. She's too slow, of course, to keep up with the cruisers. They're a good 5 knots, well, 4 or 5 knots faster than her. Oh, we damaged her fire control system. I see. Very good. Well, sorry, civilians. Our plan has worked. Your escort has been drawn out of position and is unable to help you. Both cruisers firing on them now. Truth has surrendered. Yes, okay. Right. Well, the transports are gone. Convoy is defeated. The battleship can limp home and explain their failure to... Well, that's not true. They did land 1 hit. And that's it. Okay. Back to the map. I'm going to end the turn, and I'll see you in the next month. It's actually a couple months later, because not much has been happening apart from, well, nothing, really. But we do have some political news. The alliance has broken between us and Austria-Hungary. I'm guessing they reached a separate peace. That's fine. We'll probably attack them at some point. We're getting these every now and then, but they're not particularly interesting, so I tend not to talk about them. I think I preferred it when you didn't auto-resolve it, because I have a suspicion they don't sink all the transports. Alright, there's things going on. The other thing I've done is I have stationed the Saxon down here in Le Havre. So we've had power projection in the English Channel. We have power projection in the North Sea. we're about to take Eastern England. In terms of the fleet, the Stormkaiser is finally out of repairs, so we can refit her, which is excellent. I think the SS 2s and 3s could all do with refits. I'll do the 2s and then the 3s. But more importantly, the Yoricks are in sea trials. They're commissioning up. Very exciting. The Z3s are 5 months away from being ready. So that'll hopefully stem our transport losses. We're making absolutely tons of money. So I'm going to end the turn, and I'm going to be back in July and see if we've managed to take Eastern England. Okay, so the offensive collapsed, but that is because the naval invasion was successful. That means we have completely cut the island of Britain in half. Southern England is now completely cut off from the rest. We're causing all sorts of problems. Right, the invasion fleet, I'm going to split. I'm going to move these two ships this way, along with the two SS2s. They're going to go for refits, I think. Move. And then next turn I'll move the others back, and we'll start a bit of consolidation is going to go on. We're going to try and get anything that has not already been refitted. So both of the SS1s still alive are now refitted. We're going to get the SS2s refitted, then the SS3s. But yeah, the Yoricks, 2 months. Oh, I really want to see them in this episode. Right, but before that, we have another convoy attack up here in the Baltic. And we have, a battle against Spain, of all people. This Catalunya class against the Unbesigbar. Alright, well, I think the Catalunya class are those really old armoured cruisers that we've seen already. Yeah, they are. So I think the Unbesigbar should be able to handle this. One would hope. The army will probably try and take southern England, but or the northeast. But how successful they're going to be at that, I don't know, because there's quite a lot of population in those provinces, so they're pretty challenging to take. Definitely, there's no more invasion targets for us apart from Ireland, which is undergoing a rebellion anyway. So they're probably, by the time we get the naval invasion going, the rebellion will succeed and we'll wasted that effort. So I think it's time to blockade the UK. Usually a blockaded UK will surrender relatively quickly, but the more damage we can inflict, the more of the former British Empire we will be able to absorb. They're going to have serious... Oh, blow off the torpedoes, excellent. They're going to have serious problems with rebellions and things. Yeah, look, I've got a magic bonus, so this is going to take no time at all. There we go. Alright. I'll load up that convoy battle, and I'll see you there. There we go. Let's let's get into it. I think that's an AI design. Looks like an AI design to me. Might be able to sink it. But as usual, it's not really the target. The GK2s, whilst they can hold their own against other armoured cruisers, as we just saw, particularly older ones, they're really designed to take out light cruisers or protected cruisers, depending on your term of choice. And armed transports, destroyers, that kind of thing. A medium caliber 8-inch is quite good for that kind of role. And they certainly can hurt other armoured cruisers, simply through weight of fire. Most armoured cruisers in this era are pootling about with 4 8 or 9-inch guns, maybe as many as 4 11-inch guns, but very few of them are rocking 10 guns. So just through rate of fire. See here, we've just got 4 8.6-inch guns. Very outclassed in terms of firepower. Now that we're starting to get veteran crews as well, I think the magic aiming is, although we're only on 200 at the moment, is partially due to aiming speed. I need to do some testing with that. But if it is related to aiming speed, then veterans give you an aiming speed buff here, 50%, which is pretty big. So it could be that. And if that's true, then basically what you need to do to completely dominate the entire game is to buff your aiming speed as much as you possibly can. There's a few components that do it, like RDF and stuff like that. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, max your crew training, get high-end crews as quickly as possible, and build your ships with aiming speed boosts. If that's what it is. I don't know. It might be. I'm literally thinking aloud. Oh, that's just cruel. One down. Do 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 do. You know what? I'm just going to time lapse the rest of this. See you in a moment. And there we go. Lovely. No problems there. I'm going to head back to the map. I'm going to end the turn, and I'll see you next month. Okay, welcome to August. The army is, trying to move to southern England, but I don't think that's going to work. North East England and Scotland, though. I really wish they would try and push north to Scotland. That's way too difficult to navally invade. It's got like 500,000 port capacity. I'm still trying to shuffle ships around. We've got a couple of battles. Nothing too shocking. Just some cruiser action. It's all been GK2s this episode so far. Kind of hoping that the Yoricks are going to make an appearance very soon. They are ready. They've been deployed to combat. I've moved Yorick herself to Larve, or she is on the way. I think that's a good forward operating base for her. Oh, by the way, if you're watching the last episode and I was complaining about graphic settings and things like that, I did some more narrowing down of the issue, and it's to do with this, the anti-aliasing setting. If you turn on the ×8, well, if I turn on the ×8, it dramatically increases the load on the GPU, and it really shouldn't. If you go from ×2 to ×4, there's like no difference between that and even off ×2, ×4, there's barely any impact for me. But if I turn on the ×8, it immediately maxes out the GPU, which is just a waste of power. Because I'm not getting any extra frames from it. And you can barely tell the difference in the visual fidelity. So apologies if the visual quality is very slightly less than it normally would be, but yeah, it saves quite a lot of power and noise and heat in the room that I do the recording in. So yeah, I'll continue doing that if and until it's fixed. I think it's a driver issue. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't used to do that. But yeah, if you are experiencing the same problem, which is the only reason I'm really mentioning it, if you're finding that Ultimate Admiral is showing extremely high GPU load with the ×8 enabled, try turning it down ×4. Might help a little bit. I finally got a shell to bite. Hey, there we go. And now they're starting to sink. And sunk. Good work. No problems there. Right, I'll load up the other one. Alright, here we are. Let's get into it. Starting nice and close. Oh, sort of. There we go. Don't know which way they're going yet. Sure, we'll find out in a moment. I'm going to guess it's this way. And yeah, that forces them to go the other way. Of course it does. Oh, that was a nice hit. Bit of flooding. Really a great strategy by Spain to send armoured cruisers one by one to their deaths, but I mean, it's, I guess, their best. I don't know. It seems like a bizarre strategy. Anyway, back to the map, and I'll see you either there or in the next turn. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze. Sorry. So the Schwarzer Adler and the Eisenwalzer and the Z1-12 have found the Don't Touch Me again. There's nothing else going on here. It's just them. Now, this is a refitted SS1 and a GK2, but I don't fancy it. So we're going to withdraw from that one. See, we're still losing transports all over the place every now and then. Oh, we are moving on northwest England. Good, 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 good. Excellent. We're also trying to push into Ukraine, although that seems unlikely given the 500,000 Russians defending it. This one, though, yeah, again, it's getting hard for the army to push. We are pushing all over the place, but yeah, this one should work fine. But yes, what we need to do is, haha, yes, we need to see the Yorick in action. Yes, good, good. She's found 2 of these tasty snacks and 4 desserts. Yes, very good. Unfortunately, the insta refit I was considering for them, when she stops bouncing, haven't panned out because I don't have the Mark III 14-inch guns yet, and I'm glad I didn't wait either, because I'd rather have the ships in the water and on active duty. Look at her though, glorious. That's what we like to see. There are improvements we can make, even with a refit just now, but I don't. They're not the high priority. Definitely the SS2s and 3s need the upgrades more than our brand new ships that just need to get their eye in. My salvo chance here, 50. Okay. Nope. Now up to about 60%. This is the per barrel hit chance, by the way. If you're wondering, there we go. There was a hit. Didn't penetrate though. Now the hit just didn't go through the armour. Probably hit the deck. Hey, there we go. Main belt pen. That'll probably sink the Conception. De Zubelzu, cool name. Did you target switch in the middle there? Fine. Time to work on the Emperador Carlos V. Blocked. Piss off, game. No way they blocked that. Boom. Got him. They're doing the turn and turnabout thing. Again, blocked. Don't shit me. Ain't blocking crap. Fine, load the HE. Then you miss. Somehow. Oh, Yorick, you're always entertaining. What? Oh, what is going on? Overpin with a little bit of flooding. Again, it must be doing deck skipping. It's the only thing I can think of. Probably one of the weirder quirks of the game. There we go. Finally got a shell to bite. If you don't know what I mean by that. Sometimes, I'm going to go for the target here. The game counts a hit. Oh, see how it's rolling away from me a bit? So if the shell comes down and hits here, it counts as a deck armor hit. And then it skips off. There we go. Got him. Oh yeah, there's transports. Forgot about them. Anyway, lots of XP for Yorick. That's good. She has a veteran crew and modern systems. She's going to be a terror. Yeah, 28 knots, 14-inch guns, good armor in 1910, in the water in 1910, very spooky. Right, I think yeah, just the one transport remains. Fleeing for its life. Now goes San Marcos. Ah, yes, good, 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 good. Right, I am going to see you over in the refit designer to do refit of the SS2s. Back in a moment. Alright, here we are in the refit mode. So, main upgrade, of course, is they're going to get the 5-inch Mark IVs right off the bat, and significant weight savings. That's before we started doing anything. So we can fit them with oil and a geared turbine. It can leave them naturally aspirated as well. We can get them a diesel auxiliary, the electrohydro, and shaft 2, that's new. 3 armor, improved barbette protection, improved anti-torpedo, that's nice. New citadel layout, anti-flood 3, and watertight doors, which is a new feature that we have unlocked. We can also get we've finally got the improved APBC shells, so that's very good. And even better, we have tube powder. Now, a cordite standard shell has a flash fire chance of 17.5%. A tube powder 1 standard only has 3.6, but a tube powder heavy has 7.1. So we're going to go tube powder heavy, super heavy route. We're going to go for electrohydro 1. On the turret mechanisms, we're going to go for coincidence 1 to coincidence 3. And looking at the rangefinders, if I'm right, the gun aiming speed gives you the magic bonus. Coincidence rangefinders, which is what I tend to run anyway, are so much better than stereoscopic that it's not even a choice. If that is really how that works. Hydrophone, the advanced radio for another 3% gun aiming speed. Might as well abuse that mechanic if it's going to be in the game. We can up their range to medium. This will make them generate a lot more missions. We can give them spacious crew quarters. Give them a bit of enhanced survivability there. Gun lengths could fiddle around with a little bit. Yeah, 5-inch. We can get 2 45s. And the 2-inch. No, we're going to keep them as 40s for now. I'm just wondering if we can up armor the ship at all. We can up armor the turrets. Try and prevent them from being taken out. Could maybe up the main belt a little bit. But we can't enhance anything else. So just a little bit of a main belt and turret improvement. Tiny bit of a forward weight offset, but not very much. This should dramatically improve their capabilities, particularly their survivability. But as well, you know, the increased range should be fairly significant in helping them generate missions and stuff. So pleased with that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to get them refitting. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.